Hi, this is Paul Galasso back with Reaps and REAPSweb.com. I have on the line with me Kerwin Burton, and we're going through REAPSweb.com. The next thing we're going to talk about is the membership area, the message board. Now, this is one of the largest benefits that we have as REAPS members. As a matter of fact, I bought the house that I live in as well as other investment properties through the REAPS message board. So, Kerwin, why don't you go ahead and show us how to go ahead and find it?
All right, that was a great introduction, Paul, because it really is. I personally think of everything that you get when you join REAPS, this is one of the greatest. There's so many, but this one, to me, just stands out. So what you want to do is log in, click the message board, and once you arrive at the message board, you're going to see the different topics that everything is divided. The message board is divided into. I'm gonna point out some. Well, we'll do the categories first. So general questions and answers, referrals and referral requests. You know, it's all here, and then we've got the different groups that have their own subsets. If you want to talk about something that happened last night at the South End meeting to the people who were there, you would just come in here and post something. So the other thing that I definitely wanted to point out was the search feature for new members. All of this stuff, all of this conversation is cataloged so that you can, I'll just go in there now, that you can search and you can put in a keyword that of whatever you're interested in, and you can bring up all the conversations that have happened over a period of time that you designate. You know, you can go back a year in all forums. I guarantee you this is just going to be gigantic. And you can search if there's someone that this will happen over time. You're going to know the people that kind of talked about different things. Here you're going to be able to search for all of the posts by a certain member. If you know the member's name, you're just going to be able to enter it in and bring up every article or any conversation that Kerwin was a part of. So you could do some homework. There's 96 discussions over the last year about these options that you can just come in here and just follow these threads and read and learn. And that's why I think that the message board is, such an amazing thing. That's the search feature. So back to the message board home, and I'm going to talk about subscribing to messages or subscribing to forums that are in certain topics. If you want it to be, in just the general answers, I definitely you want to be in that one. But what you need to do so that these messages will get forwarded to your email, so you don't have to come back to the website just to read them. You come in here, and it will appear across the top. You've got new discussions, new poll, and send emails, or the subscribe button. These are basically the same thing in different verbiage, but they allow you to subscribe to that forum. And just by clicking on that, you're subscribed. So now if you want to unsubscribe, you would just click this, don't send emails, or unsubscribe. So it's pretty simple. So just in and out. A lot of people get emails sent to them and they're not sure how to turn it off because maybe they subscribe to something that they're no longer interested in. That's one of the big things. Is there anything quick you wanted to say about the message board so far, Paul?
No, actually, that's exactly it. Just there's so many different sections of the message board. I personally subscribe to the general questions and answers, and then I subscribe to the east side. And what that does is that allows me to receive everything, but not be inundated with everything. And so that's there are some rules to follow while you're in the REAPS message board. And if you click on general questions and answers, Kerwin, the very top, the message board rules is number 3, and that way you're going to be able to go in and look and see what is proper behavior, what is spam, what you can and cannot do. These forums are moderated, and we do look out for people posting things that you're not allowed to do, and so you can't necessarily promote yourself, but you can promote others. So if in that case you really want to follow these guidelines.
Yep, and all the small print is in there. You know how we handle things. So it is very, very tightly run, and but we never want to hold back any good information. We just kind of want to hold out the noise. We want to keep it very, very focused so that there's not there's so much content coming through. We don't need any of that. So And then also, you need to also check out your preferences. And this is a separate set of preferences to your user profile. So it looks a little bit similar. It's left justified or center justified versus left justified. But this is all of the settings that you want for the message board. So you can put your information in there. If you want to put in some of your other messenger things in there, you can do that as well. You have your signature that you want to appear. And then this box at the top, your preferences, enabling private messages. I'll show you where that comes out on the message board in a second, but turn this on if you want people to be able to send you a message through the website, not your email unless you have it set to go to your emails, but send you a message that is just between you two. That's all it is. And I'll explain why that's really important for you to check that. I'll give you some examples in a second, but let's just finish up with this. And then you turn it on if you want, email messages. And if you want them to save the password, pretty simple stuff. And then if you want your email to be viewable to others. If you don't make it viewable, then they probably won't contact you. They won't be able to contact you unless you have your phone number in every conversation, or if you have your phone number up here, then that would allow them to contact you, or you want to put it in your signature, you can do that too. Then you just update the information, and you're good. So I think the next thing I wanted to point out was the private messaging, especially in referrals and requests. If there's someone who, if he needs a carpet layer, well, what if I just wanted to send a private message to him to say, did you go with Sherwin-Williams? Because the response was Sherwin-Williams. I can send him a private message that will go direct only to his inbox. No one else will see it. And there is a lot of times you see something on the message board and you want to respond, but you don't want to reply to all. This is your way to reply directly to the person who made the post, and you guys can start a conversation totally separate from the message board. So I really want to point out that's the reason to turn that on, because it just allows somebody to send you a message, which is really, it's an email, but it's not an email. So there's also a buddy list over here that you can add when you see someone who said something that you really like. You can click on their name and, boy, where is that? I know that you can click on them and add them to your buddy list. So the buddy list is just another way that if you want to reference some of the people that you've come to know, and it's kind of like saving, your buddy list. Then I think that was about it. Paul, was there anything you think that I missed in there?
You did a really good job of covering all the basics. The biggest thing is the different message boards, the rules, your preferences, and the ability to subscribe and unsubscribe to each individual section of the message board. I think you covered it well.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I guess that wraps it up. If you have any questions on anything related to the web, to REAPSweb, you can always email me at webmaster@reapsweb.com. Webmaster@reapsweb.com. Talk to you later.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.